The hui proper, we'd like to begin, as we always do, with a karakia and a himene. Oh, a himene and then a karakia.
Kaha to aroha ki a pai haere tēnei hui I hutraiti hoki tō mātua ara ki āmini.
E kōti ngā kai ki te tiro koutou, te māenga. E tūnei au, te moko puna, o William Murimu Henare Rogers, Dawa ku piti ngā papa. William ka moia piti, ka puta hana, dawa ko pure. Pure ka moia piti poeo, ka puta hare. Hare ka moia Katie Joe, e moi tahi. Engari e mo iua, ka moe ia Miriama Hekatia Sibwitsky, o taku tupuna whaia. Ka puta Romana, Domi Rogers. Romana, ka moe ia Ngāwini Rapiana Robson, the grandniece of Hardy. We had this joke in the whānau that the Rogers men liked a good job because they married so many of the job women. Rumana ka moia Miriana Joe. Ka puta au. Ko Connie Hassan tōku iwa, no rere te whānau, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Anyway, I'm going to pass you now over to Martha Victor, so let's welcome him.
Thank you, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's my privilege to welcome you here today, especially those amongst us who have travelled great distances to be here, many from overseas. My warmest welcome to celebrate this reunion, the descendants of William Rogers and his wives, Betty Maholo, Katarina, Miriama, and Miria Mokai, will, I'm sure, be a grand occasion. Papu, which is just a couple of hundred yards up the road here, is the very place where William Rogers and Betty Maholo began what we must embrace as the birthplace of this reunion. I was born there and have fond memories of what used to be like. I'm absolutely certain that you in one way or another will embrace it and celebrate this occasion by renewing friendships and especially family trading stories and memories you have cherished and all but forgotten. All this has been made possible by a small group of dedicated people who felt the strong need to strengthen the bond of family before any more of us drop off the edge. Friends, I ask you again to put your hands together for Kaeo and all of us for a cup of teas, information and encouragement. Connie and Tony Hassan for a multitude of tasks, stereology, and ranging many things which had to be done. Heather Rogers for administration, pulling bits and pieces together, publication of documents, Cheryl Bainbridge for the advice and support for those whom I have mentioned, and also my precious wife, without being in public like that, it's functioning in the normal manner. I must also add my most grateful thanks to my eldest son Victor and son-in-law Ron for the sterling work they did last week in torrential rain in putting down the headstone and plaque for my grandfather Henry Williams and his daughter Nina at Parker. Adding to this celebration, at 2:30 this afternoon, there will be a special ceremony, the unveiling of Henry Williams' grandson, William Rogers, and also the unveiling of Nina, Henry's daughter, who died last year at the age of 53. This will be at the Park. There will also be the opportunity this afternoon to visit other burial sites at Toto North, Kaeo Bay. Finally, you are here to make your day a memorable one. Don't hesitate to ask if you want any information whatsoever. May I now reintroduce Coralie. Thank you.
Just before I start, just a few housekeeping matters. As we know, we're going to have some children around and they are very, very precious. So we need to make sure that we look after our children, make sure that they're not running up and down the stairs and that they can't tumble down. If you're moving your vehicles, please make sure that there are no children around. Also, please familiarise yourselves with the exits. I'll just now pretend to be an air hostess because I always wanted to be one. So in the unlikely event of an incident, please follow the instructions of your crew. And your crew are Heather, she's one of our wardens here too, and Tony. And I should make you all stand up because then you're all wardens at the same time.
And for pick's sake, don't follow me. I'll lead you astray.
Just a couple of other housekeeping matters, as Martin has said. Don't be afraid to ask. If we can help, we will. You know, the harvest is great, but the labourers are few. But the love is even greater. And that love, I hope, is what permeates this entire week, this weekend. Also, just to let you know that the Kaeo Museum, where there's a wealth of information, will be open from 10 till 3. And Margaret Bramley, who works there, Margaret Hay, Margaret Hay is a wealth of information, and she's also written books on the history of this place. So if in your free time you want to go there, please feel free to do so, because there will be free time. You've got the agenda. So now I'm going to say that we will not be attending Peti Ngā Papa's grave. And the reason for that is A, it's on private property. B, believe it or not, the Winterless North has had a lot of rain and the ground is really hard to get through. C, there's a tree across the track. So we will have a photograph in the book, and hopefully we'll print one off of Nana Peti Ngā Papa's grave, which lay undiscovered for many years. So, and then that's why we're not going there. At 2:30, we start heading up to Pāhuhu, where our tupuna, the children of William Henry and Peti Ngā Papa are buried, plus some of their descendants. There's also other upa to visit, which is Kaeo, and again, William Henry's mokopuna, the daughter of Wire, is buried in Kaeo. That's Nana Mary Jane. I've always grown up knowing, even though she died before I was born, I still grew up knowing her as Nana Meritiama. So if you hear somebody say Mary Jane Herbert and you hear me say Meritiama, you know it's the same lady. And there's Kaeo, there's Tōtara North, so feel free to go over there. Another one of William's mokopunas is buried there. Two of them, there's Jack Rogers, and there's Betty Blucher, and lots of other whanaunga who are buried there. And I'm not a maudlin person, but I do love walking around Urupā and looking at names, and so, you know, suddenly you can go somewhere, but I know that person, so I hope you have that experience as well. So that's sort of the agenda. I really need to explain this. During the day, we'll be revisiting the hui of the Rogers reunion in Rotorua. And you will see people on there who are no longer with us. So I just want to make you aware of that. Then you'll see people on there and you'll say, geez, you look old. Or you'll see some other people on there and you'll say, geez, you wear well. But the other thing is, it's going to be playing throughout the weekend, so if you want to sit there, or if you want to walk, it's not as if you've got to sit there and watch the whole 2.5 hours of it. You can just come and go, and we'll keep it going throughout the weekend. Is there any, Heather, is there any more things that you want to add?
Just that there's toilet facilities on the left-hand side down the back. And also downstairs, if there's too much of a queue or you're coming up from downstairs. And the other thing is that when we go to the cemeteries this afternoon, hopefully people have bought gumboots or extra shoes that they can wear. And I think I ask if we can be mindful when you come back or when we've been outside and we've got dirty or wet shoes that we leave them downstairs, please. Because it just makes it a lot more pleasant for everybody.
A word of warning here. The path up to the cemetery is very, very slippery. Unless you're sure-footed, don't attempt it. People, you know, like my good wife, she will do herself an injury, and I think many of you will. If you take it liberally and think you're just going to run it, you won't be able to do that.
Can't hear it back here. It was just to say that Marta was just advising us that because of the rain, it is quite steep going up to Pahuhu. So if you've got really sore joints and knees, or you've got some health problems, we are saying please don't attempt it. You could do yourself a mischief, because it is quite steep, and in the rain it'll make it very slippery. Kaeo is a lovely, easy cemetery to get to. You can just drive to it and you won't puff and pant your way around. Tōtara North, there's parts of it you can drive to. You can drive to all of it, but then you may have to do some walking, but that's okay. And Taupo Bay, again, if you're going out there in the wet, it can get very slippery when you're going up the track. But all of them are very beautiful, beautiful places to go to. So if it's raining today and you think, oh, I won't risk myself a damage, I will go tomorrow. And then when it's raining tomorrow, then you say, well, I'll go when I come back and visit the whānau that I met over the weekend. Called Woody. He also has a mokopuna from another union who is called Wiri, W-I-R-I. And there are times when there has, and I have seen whakapapa crossover, where they have actually put Wiri's whānau under Wiri, and vice versa. So that's why I'm saying we do it carefully, we do it prayerfully, and non-judgmentally. I think the lovely thing is if we do have different stories, is to acknowledge those stories. You will notice, because as you do more research, information changes. And you will notice that when you see the 85 reunion video,